What up, y'all? It's Aaron, one half of the 404 Heelz here. We doing the Raw review from last night. We doing the 3 ups, 3 downs. We the 404 Heelz, so if I got more than 3 ups and I got more than 3 downs, we do what we want. It don't matter. Let me know what y'all think of these 3 ups. Let me know what are y'all 3 ups, y'all's 3 downs. We gonna do fan questions every Thursday. We like all the questions coming in. Keep them coming. We'll answer as many as we can all the time. I'll post maybe our email address right here, but you can also ask the comments or ask the questions in the comments on anything, TikTok, all that stuff, Instagram, YouTube. Follow us, like, comment, subscribe. But let's get into it. I'm going to start with a down just because right off the bat, it was pre-recorded Raw. But kind of an up, it was a pretty good pre-recorded Raw. If you are on the internet, on the dirt sheets and all that stuff, you're going to find out what happened. Instantly, you could find out that in the last Monday, you could find out what happened this Monday. So if you avoided it, good for you. I saw some of it. I didn't see all of it. There were some surprises for me. Like, I had no idea what the main event was. I avoided that. I avoided the main event, but let's get up. That's one of my downs, pre-recorded. I feel like next year, they said they're going to do a lot less house shows, plus Raw will be on Netflix. I doubt we get another pre-recorded Raw ever again. I hope not. I don't like the spoilers. I try and stay off my phone if I'm not watching Raw live until I get home and I can watch Raw or SmackDown. So I try to avoid it. But that was a whole week, so it's pretty hard to avoid it then. So I'm gonna give that my first down. But we got a lot of positives, not too many negatives. We're gonna start with my first up, which leads to the main event. Rhea Ripley, Tiffany Stratton. We get them against Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez. But just Rhea and Tiffy working together is my up. It's cool. It's like two separate people, but definitely the futures of the company. Maybe we see some WrestleMania matches down the line. I think so. They could be great as a tag team later down the line, and they'd be great as a rivalry right now. And maybe they're kind of setting it up, and maybe that's why they have it. Obviously, we know by the way they're doing this crown jewel, the rosters, the drafted rosters, SmackDown, Raw, that is clearly out the window like it always is. I don't know if I like it. I feel like I think maybe with Raw on Netflix and SmackDown, maybe they just kind of have all the stories kind of keep separate, but have them intermingle and stuff like that. Randy was the first one to come over. He came from SmackDown to Raw to face Gunther. Now Cody, Gunther, Nia, Liv. We got Rhea showing up on SmackDown, surprise last Friday. It's just, the rosters are gone. So we'll see. Like, I don't think after Crown Jewel they're just gonna go back to like separate rosters automatically. So what are some matches y'all would want to see cross SmackDown and Raw? Maybe Uncle Howdy goes to SmackDown. We'll see. I don't know. It seems like he's going after the Miz or the AOP in Final Testament. We'll see what happens there. I'm gonna go with my next up. We're gonna go with Braun Breaker's promo backstage. Really, really good. He does say he doesn't need his family's name, but then he does bring up how he doesn't need his family's name a lot. So kind of confusing. He never says their name, but he just says he doesn't need their name, but brings up the fact that he doesn't need their name, which in fact is kind of bringing up his family. But, whatever. But he says he came out, showed respect to Jey Uso last Monday, shook his hand, but what did Jey Uso do in his eyes? In his eyes, what did Jey Uso do? Not show respect back. So that's why he came out, speared him, all that good stuff. Talking in the promo, respect, blah, blah, blah. You're not the champion I was, blah, blah, blah. It sets up what happens later, which is also another up. We're doing 2 ups right now. When Jey Uso comes and saves the New Day from Braun Breaker, hits him with the super kick, comes down the ring to his music. Music goes crazy. He kind of does that slow little, and then he heads to the ring. Boom, boom, goes under the punch, super kick, then kind of yells in his face, "You see me now, I'm coming." And then he hits him with the spear. Braun goes down. He tries to get up again, another super kick. Bing, bang, boom. Helps up the New Day, daps up Kofi Kingston. Xavier Woods still didn't seem like he was into it. Didn't dap him up, which I didn't see. Maybe he did, maybe he didn't. I didn't see it. But those two together, the Braun Breaker promo, they're really pushing Braun Breaker, which I'm very excited for. I was very excited for him in NXT. So when he came to the main roster, super excited. Now, it does set up a rematch for the Intercontinental Championship next Monday on Raw. Now, what's also advertised for next Monday on Raw, which me and Steph going to talk about this week on Thursday, but Solo Sikoa is scheduled for a dark match on Raw next week with Cody Rhodes. So Solo and possibly the Bloodline will be in the building next Monday when Jey Uso has to go against Braun Breaker. I don't think they're going to do anything with it. I don't think they bring Jey back into the Bloodline storyline. I think he's too hot. Let him cook over here. Let the Bloodline story cook over here. It's all good. But this would be the perfect opportunity to have the Bloodline, the new Bloodline, enter, maybe sabotage. Jey loses the Intercontinental Championship. Devastation across WWE. Devastation. But I can see it happening. Or maybe they have the Bloodline come out and maybe Jimmy helps Jey retain. And he's like, hey, man, we need each other. But either way, they could tie this back into the Bloodline. I hope they don't. I know my boy Steph wants it. He wants it more than anything. But I don't think it's going to happen. What do y'all think? Y'all think they're going to bring him back in, or you think they're going to keep him out? Let me know in the comments, y'all. Mind blown. There's so many directions they can go, and I'm excited for it. Like, I can't wait till Friday. Just see what happens Friday night. Monday. I'm so excited. But those are my two ups right there. Surprising. Very surprising. Well, not surprising because we all saw the fucking previews the last couple of weeks and we're like, oh, that's the Viking Raiders. That's the Viking Raiders. So the Viking, we get it. Alpha Academy comes out. There's another up, man. There's another up. Not because of Viking Raiders, but because of the War Raiders. They go back to their old name back in the day. They come out looking more realistic than Vikings. And these two dudes can wrestle. I just flat out, great match. They crushed it. I mean, Tozawa's always out there being a little Spike Dudley, but great stuff. I'm glad they're the War Raiders now and not the Viking Raiders because that shit was stupid. And they can both bang in the ring. So we'll see what they go from there. They're doing a tournament to see who's going against the tag champs. So that was the start of it. War Raiders pick up the first win. Next week, I think, oh man, I forgot. I saw it, but I know American Maid's in there, and that's we're gonna move that to no, I'll talk about it. We'll talk about it later. But then in the main event, like I said, one of my ups was Rhea Ripley and Tiffany Stratton working together. I want to see more of it. It was funny. She was yelling, Tiffany was yelling at Rhea, that's illegal, that's illegal. It was hilarious. Hilarious them working together. I like it. We want to see more of it, I think. Maybe y'all are going to hate it. I love it. We'll see what happens, y'all. Then, but in the main event, this is where the crossover comes over, where they're allowed to do whatever they want now. Nia Jax comes out, interferes in the match. Rhea's about to hit a riptide on homegirl, fucking straight face. Used to be happy to, wow, I'm blanking on her. Raquel Rodriguez. But she's all serious now. She used to be super happy and come on and flexing back, but now she's super serious. But Rhea's about to hit the riptide, gets hit by Nia from behind. Nia comes in, they smash, they bang. Nia gets on the ring, and she's about to hit, or she does hit her finisher on Liv Morgan, the Annihilator. And it's devastating. Liv's tiny. I bet that shit hurt. But then Nia's like, bitch, cash in, cash in, cash in. So she goes to cash in. She's about to hand the briefcase to the ref. And then, super up, my boy. This is the up of the week. Dirty Dom saves the day. Pulls Liv out of the ring, carries her like a baby to the back. He takes care of his wounded girl. Dirty Dom, number one, baby. I can't wait till he gets a headlining push when he can be away from like a girl or something. And he's just maybe a heel with Logan Paul. Like Logan Paul has said, I would love to see it. It would be amazing. Let's see what happens. Let's go from here. Dirty Dom. The rosters don't mean anything. Let's go. Now we're going to move on to the downs. I already did a down just because it is pre-taped, so it's not as great. But my first down, I don't get this American made shit. I don't understand it. It's so corny and so cheesy. And then they got Brutus over there being like, Webster, look up America. It makes no sense. It's terrible. I don't get it. Maybe they'll get into a better storyline. I feel like Ivy Nile was we went to a live event and she was on a dark match and the crowd was behind her. But now Chad Gable has died too. It's all like, there's no way we want to see Chad Gable as an Intercontinental Champion in this version of Chad Gable. The last Chad Gable before Uncle Howdy and all that, even that evil Chad Gable, for sure would have loved to see him as an Intercontinental Champion. This Chad Gable, no way. And then the Creed brothers do have a tag match next week during the tag tournament. I'm assuming they get kind of far because they cut that promo. They're trying to push them. It's just corny. Don't get it. It is what it is. The other down I got, we're gonna go. I'm kind of down on the 2 hours right now. Oh, I love Raw being 3 hours. It was another hour of entertainment, and it was always, for the most part, as long as Pure Fusion Collective ain't in it, it's a good 3 hours of entertainment. 2 hours, highly entertaining from start to finish, but you just feel like some matches get cut kind of short. Like they had to kind of do the Miz and R-Truth thing. They could have had a match, but they didn't. They just had to roll up 1, 2, 3. Final Testament comes out. They jump R-Truth. We'll see what goes from there. Definitely Uncle Howdy and the Wyatt Six are going to get involved in that because that's when the promos keep coming up. So I think that'll probably happen next Monday. I heard a lot of you online saying Triple H gave up on it. I think they're just using it sparingly. They build a story for Uncle Howdy and all them to intervene, and then they build another story for them to intervene. And they're kind of like, they come in, they fix shit kind of in a way. But yeah, I think the last one, which I didn't want to give it down, but I didn't want to give it an up, it was just kind of flat, was the Cody and Gunther kind of promo. It just seemed flat. Like, it just wasn't that entertaining. I don't know who they're going to pick to win this match because if Gunther wins, that's bad for Cody. And if Cody wins, that's bad for Gunther. But you want to push Cody more, but he's already on top. Do you want to push Gunther more? And I feel like there's no way they're not going to let this match fit. Like, can a disqualification, do you still win the belt? Because you can't win the belt in the real, but no one owns the belt right now. There's just a lot of questions. And it looks like Nia and Liv, there's no way Liv can win that. But, maybe she does. But we'll see. Another down, just Final Testament right now. I just don't know what they're doing. I think it's going to be the Wyatt Six mixed in there with the Miz. Seems that way. We'll see what happens. Let me know what y'all think. Like, comment, subscribe. 404 Heelz, baby. That's a 3 ups, 3 downs for Raw for October 14th. Let us know what y'all think. Peace.